ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chevrolet display here at the Pittsburgh International Auto Show. Hope you folks are having a great time and great evening. There's lots of great vehicles to see, cars, trucks. For example, we have our Silverado. That's our 2014 model. We also have the new Hot Wheels Camaro. Again, we've made the iconic car into a life-size production. But I'd like to divert your attention to this amazing vehicle I have here next to me. No, your eyes aren't deceiving you, folks. Yes, it is. You're reading that name correctly. It is our all-new, completely redesigned 2014 Impala. In fact, an Impala like you folks have never seen it before. First and foremost, as you folks will know, Impala has an extensive, rich history dating back to 1958. That was the first model year. Soon went on to become the best-selling automobile in the United States. Now, over the past 10 generations now, our Impala here has basically earned its rightful place and position as a classic American car, and for 2014 we're nothing short of that, and I'll tell you why. First thing you folks will notice, the entire exterior has been redesigned. Starting with let's start with the front here. You'll notice it has an aggressive, very bold, modern, striking designs. You'll also notice the nice lines in the hood. Also too, as you move along the side here, you'll notice the nice, excellent high belt line with those striking lines, in addition to the very impressive rear overhang. Further gives it a nice, more modern, sleek appearance and appeal. Also too, on your LTZ models, you'll notice chrome accents. This is an LT model, but on the LTZ model, you'll notice chrome accents on the side there, and also too on your side mirrors. And of course, with regard to exterior, of course, you know, underneath that hood, it's going to be just as impressive. In fact, we now offer you 3 engine choices. You have your 2.4 liter, that's your E-Assist engine, where you get 182 horsepower or so. You also have your 2.5 liter, which you can expect to get about 195 horsepower. And your larger engine, which is in this one here, it's your 3.6 liter V6 engine, 303 horsepower, 0 to 60 in just a little under 7 seconds. So again, you can see with the redesign, we definitely didn't compromise with regard to performance. Now that we talked about the exterior and also to the performance, let's take a look on the inside of our Impala. First thing you folks will notice, just like you notice on the outside, it too has been extremely redesigned for your comfort and convenience. You'll notice a more refined material, soft touch leather on the inside, nice stitching on there. Also too, that center stack, it actually features an 8-inch color touchscreen display. The cool part about this display, which I'll demo for you right now, you simply push this button in the center there, and it basically goes up for you. Now the cool part is once it's up, you actually have a great amount of space and a USB port, which pretty much allows you to plug in just about any electronic device, iPad, iPhone, any other smartphone. Again, allowing you to have that connection and access to, which will allow you to output it onto your hard drive there. And speaking of the hard drive, that features an 8-inch color touchscreen display. That is where your Chevy MyLink capabilities will be housed. You have your Pandora, your Stitcher Smart Radio, your nav traffic, XM satellite radio, as I mentioned before, and so much more. Also too, with regard to spacing and just the interior, lots of space, no more bench seating. A few customers were inquiring about whether you can get the bench seating. As previous Impalas, you were able to do that, but not on our 2014. Again, that's because we kind of wanted to individualize the experience that you have in the all-new 2014 Impala. Now, speaking of spacing, let's move to the back seat here. Thought the front was impressive, rather. Wait till you take a look at the back. Lots more room here. Now, as someone that stands at about 6'2" or so, I can comfortably sit in the back seat and again not feel like my knees are just, you know, resting up against the driver or the front seat passenger. Again, I can comfortably sit back here. Another cool feature that you'll notice on the LTZ, it's not on this one, but we do have it. It is our 120 volt outlet. So guess what? On those long journeys, not only will you be comfortable, but you can simply stay connected. In addition to the USB port, you also now have your 120 volt outlet plug back there. Also too, regarding spacing, let's go to the trunk here. This trunk actually has increased significantly. You'll notice our Impala's trunks were already larger, but this is extremely large. Actually 18.8 cubic feet of trunk space. The cool part about it is that you can actually fold these seats down here, where you can have a 60-40 split seating and configure it basically to your convenience and accommodate just about anything from golf clubs to grocery to luggage for you and the entire family. Again, we just wanted to redesign this vehicle with you, your family in mind, making it more comfortable and convenient. So with regard to spacing, we talked about interior, we talked about performance and exterior. Now let's talk about safety. Our Impala here is designed with what I like to call 360 degrees of safety, protecting you and your family before, during, and after an accident. First thing you folks will notice that you have on the back here is your rear camera with park assist, again helping you in the event you're attempting to reverse. You also have 10 standard airbags on the inside of the vehicle, in addition to lane departure warnings, forward collision alerts, side blind zone, and a special intelligent braking system. This is cool because you know there's instances where perhaps either onto your left or to your right, you know, you don't see quite good in your blind spot naturally, and perhaps you're attempting to either switch lanes. Well, guess what? You now have sensors, which is actually, there's a camera and sensor right here in the front also, which indicates and can dictate when perhaps it senses a vehicle is either coming on either side of you, and will now automatically engage the brakes and slow you down to prevent you from automatically merging to the next lane and colliding with the vehicle next to you. Again, as I mentioned before, protecting you before, during, and after an accident. Just some of those proactive safety features you can expect on your 2014 Impala. Now, also too, another cool feature with regard to after an accident, in the event that does happen, of course you know you have OnStar here, which is there to help you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Again, lots of great things you can expect on the all-new Impala. Now, I'm sure your next question, folks, is when can you have this vehicle? Well, guess what? Even though it's a 2014 badging, you can expect your Impala to be delivered into your showrooms in about the next couple of weeks. That's right, about 4 to 5 weeks or so. You can expect it, as the target was the end of our first quarter, which will be approaching very soon. Now, your starting price, you have 3 trim levels. You have the LS, LT, and LTZ. This is our LT model. It's our middle of the road. So let's start with the bottom first. You have your LS. Your LS is expected to start at about $27,500. Your LT, on the other hand, is expected to start around $31,000 and go up from there. And then, of course, your LTZ, which is your top of the line trim model, it will start at about $36,500 and go up from there. So you're looking at anywhere from 27 to maybe perhaps high 30s, maybe into the 40s, depending on what you're adding with regard to your packaging. Don't forget your sunroof and all of those great fancy things that, of course, you can't help but love to have. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the all-new 2014 redesigned Chevrolet Impala. We here at Chevy are really excited about it. You know, it's been a long time in the making, and people, you all have been extremely loyal. I've talked to so many people here at the show today. You know, they own the 58, Impala, 67, 90s, 2000s, and it's very good. So I'm sure you all will be very impressed with seeing this new generation 2014 Impala, again, in your hands. Sweeney.